Hey, great morning. It's Alex Dumas. And today is October 3rd, affectionately known in the States as Mean Girls Day, I believe. But what I want to share with you today are some insights, some thoughts from my first Taekwondo tournament that happened over the weekend. That was on Saturday, September 30th. I am wearing the shirt, the championship shirt that I had underneath my Dobok, so the white uh, uniform. If you think of like a karate outfit, that's the best way I guess I can explain it. But this is my dry fit shirt underneath it. It has not been washed, so still musty, still smells like a winter, but it will be washed obviously at some point in the future. What I'm really excited to share with you is this fight companion because this is something I've never done before. It's something I've wanted to do. It's been in my mind and I just haven't gotten around to it or haven't committed to it. I haven't been interested enough. And I thought, you know what? Why not show a little bit of the behind the scenes as far as here, right? Behind the scenes. You see this, you're going to see the actual footage from the fight, and we're going to kind of walk through it and look at it piece by piece. But I want to give you a breakdown, a little bit of the backstory as to why this was so important for me, why this was so interesting for me. So we're gonna have to rewind many years ago, about 10 years ago, 2012, in that range, 2011, 2012, where I was first getting involved in amateur boxing. And keep in mind that I was a fairly new father, actually, at 2010, where I really found like my first gym. And my daughter had just been born. I had been doing personal training along with the work I was doing in residential group homes, to make the income, and while Sarah was on bed rest and taking care of Jules. So I'm working these two jobs. I'm also getting involved with boxing. So I got a lot going on. And by the way, obviously a baby. And I to give you the quick snapshot, I have three amateur boxing matches in the span of 2 years. And guess how many I won? That's right. 0 for 3. First match, I did okay, but got stopped in the second round. Guy was a little bit more experienced. Okay, roger that. Two, compete in the Golden Gloves in New York and wind up getting stopped in the first round. Okay, woohoo. Three, this is where it's important. Third match. To say that I was so much better than this guy would be laughable. I was faster, I was stronger, all the things I should I should have won, but I didn't. And out of those three losses, that one is the one that haunts me. It eats at me even to this day. Like, just thinking about it, bringing it up right now, brings up those old feelings of like, oh, like why didn't I train harder? Why didn't I fight better? What happened? And a lot of different things happened. And I would say the main thing was my commitment to winning wasn't there. My preparation wasn't there. I wasn't confident because I had been getting buzzed in training. I probably walked into the ring with, having several concussions, legitimately, not Bravo talk, like literally bell rung, like whoa, like all that kind of stuff. So I have these odds against me, quote unquote, and it eats at me. It's eating at me. It's eating at me for all these years. It's gonna probably eat at me till the day I die. But on Saturday, I corrected things. I wrote, I made some things right. And to even go back a little further, well, to fast forward and rewind at the same time, found out about this competition. It's called the Kukkiwon Cup. Cookie, right? Kukkiwon Cup. I found out about that in June of this year, right? I've been training Taekwondo since September last year. The kids joined in March, and the trainers wore us down. They're like, to me and Sarah, you guys got to train. Why don't you get involved? This and that. And there was a couple of reasons why I did not initially sign up because one, I just didn't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to be a newbie. I don't want to like, you know, I felt like, well, I don't want to be a grown man. He's like little kid crying. Like this is for little kids, right? That was my thought about it. But two, the real, well, the three, actually three reasons. So one, it was that. Two, it was the real deep fear of I don't want to look bad. Yeah, I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to be a newbie. I don't want to be awkward. I know how to box. I know how to fight. Like I know how to do all this stuff. Like I don't want to like kick people and be Bruce Lee and all this stuff. Like that wasn't my mentality. But really, I didn't want to be embarrassed. I didn't want to look bad in front of people. And three, I knew that if I got involved with the sport, there was going to be a potential that I would get obsessed. And sure enough, as I started up in September 2022, that was the case. I just, once I got in the mat, felt the sweat, felt some people contact and kick me. I'm like, oh, this is for me. I love fighting. I love sparring. I love martial arts. And through this past year, from September of last year through now, this first few days in October, I've experienced a lot. I had a contusion on my right foot, on the top of my foot. This was my first sparring session that took me out for a couple of weeks. Came back, I broke my big toe on the same foot, the right foot. This is going to be a recurring theme, the right foot. Right foot breaks, right toe breaks, out for several more weeks. Actually, like a month or two. Come back, I think I have another contusion. Then I wind up getting a contusion on my left foot. So I'm really jacked up. But even before actually, before the contusion on the left foot, I tear my right calf muscle in sparring. So I think within the first 3 or 4 sparring sessions, right, the contusion, the broken right toe, and the torn calf. Wow, this is a recipe for winning. But in the middle, in the process of healing and recovery, my mind kept talking to me and kept saying, what if? What if when we come back, we're stronger, we're better? What if we learn to do these moves the right way? What if we work on our stretching? What if we work on our nutrition? What if we work on our conditioning? What if we work on watching film in terms of YouTube videos of uh, reels, things like that, and just mimic the moves and practice and things like that? So that's what I was doing while I was hobbled and on the sideline, barely able to walk up the stairs, barely able to walk in stores because my feet are broken. My feet are just so jacked up. But that spark inside of me was like, man, we can do this. We're fighters, right? So I set the table for all that. These are all these injuries, all these obstacles that have happened since I've joined and really partaken in this. So June 2023 comes up, right? And there's a flyer in our dojo, our school, if you want to call it that. And I see Kukkiwon Cup. It's going to be in a town nearby my house. So that's awesome that we don't have to go to Charlotte because that's where a lot of the competitions have been so far. They've been out of state or they've been 3 hours away, 4 hours away. This is literally 20 minutes away. I'm like, end of September. And that thought, that thing came to me is like, what if I could be ready by then? What if I'm ready to fight? And that's all I needed. That's all I needed. What if? And what you're going to see is the result of that. And I trained like a madman, at least, and not as intense as I did with boxing. The boxing, I was really crazy. I was really insane, quote unquote, with that. But this, I would say the big difference was that I gained evidence. Where I was training and sparring with people, they're like, "Man, you're getting better. You're getting a lot better." And that this is not something that was just a once in a blue moon comment, like, "Hey, man, you're doing great. Good job." Like, no, every single time. And we trained twice a week, and honestly, I was perfect because I needed that weekend to recover. So Tuesdays and Thursdays would be sparring nights. So Tuesday night, feeling good because a long weekend. Thursday, energy a little bit lower, right? Had to put more thought into my attack, more emphasis on technique. But I just kept sparring and just kept sparring, just kept sparring. And now I'm getting to the tournament in a second, but I want to give you some more context. So, 2 weeks before this competition, right? We have a uh, private sparring session. This is Saturday, September 16th, right? And like I said, Tuesdays and Thursdays are when we spar. So we had sparred Tuesday, Thursday. This is Saturday morning. I'm waking up Saturday morning. I'm like, man, I'm not really feeling that great. Like, um, my energy just feels way low. I feel kind of like a cold in my throat and my nose, and I'm thinking, all right, maybe it's just because I woke up early. The temperature's changing as we're getting into fall. All right, we have the session. I'm leaving. Like, yeah, I'm not feeling that great. And progressively throughout that day, this is Saturday the 16th, right? 2 weeks before this tournament, I'm feeling worse and worse and worse. And by the evening, I'm like, man, I'm a wreck. I think I'm sick. Well, the next morning, turns out I'm positive for COVID. Wow. Perfect timing, right? But I only had that one real bad day. Saturday, Sunday, a little bit of Monday. I'm just laid up in bed, literally watching TV. You probably saw my posts. I'm watching movies. Like I've never been so bored in my life where I was watching TV all day. Like I don't do that. But here I was, unable to do anything, unable to train for the rest of the week because of the quarantine. So I missed a whole week of training, an entire week. 2 weeks before this event, I missed 1 week, and then the following week, that Tuesday, come back, have a good session. Thursday, not able to make it because there's school responsibilities. So I essentially missed 3 training days along with just the regular working out that I do in between that. I mean, I did a little bit of working out that the week of the fight, but you know, my routine of training, running, um, practicing moves, hitting the bag, hitting a bob doll, like a fake person doll. All that was gone. All that's missing. So I set the stage for you to get the idea of like what was going on, right? Injuries, sickness, not training, kind of having some doubts. Even that Tuesday of the week of the competition, I'm feeling good, but I'm like, ooh, I'm kind of out of breath. I'm definitely winded. I definitely feel like in my heart, like, man, I could use like another training session, but we're going to be missing this day on Thursday. All right, I'll just use that to rest and relax, this and that. So Saturday, fight day. Okay, now we're here. We're here on fight day, September 30th, and I'm locked in. Sarah was talking to me. We were at our son AJ had a soccer game early that morning, so me and Jules, our fights weren't until the afternoon, so we didn't have to be there early. I'm like, all right, AJ's soccer game's at 11. Be there from 11 to 12. Then we'll go over to the spot and get ready for the fight. And she's talking to me. We're at the game, right? We're on the sidelines on the chairs, and I'm just like, you can't see it, but you can like kind of feel like fire, right? The glow around me. And she's like, what's the matter? Why are you grumpy? I'm like, I'm not grumpy. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm charged up. I'm ready to go. We get to the arena, get to the place, and I got my music on, headphones on. I'm ready to go. I'm locked in, and my headphones wind up dying. Actually, like I mistimed it because with Taekwondo, sometimes scheduling doesn't really work out as well. So I'm kind of without my music. I had my whole game plan. I had my whole playlist of what I was going to listen to right before, charge it up. So I had to charge myself up in that sense. And my bracket were with 4 people. Well, I was, we were a bracket of 4. So I'm a yellow belt, which is really kind of like the second or third level up, right? And these other 2 gentlemen were, and then this other guy wanted to be in a green belt. And the first guy I fought, they were they were all talking to each other. It's kind of like, buddy kind of stuff. I think they were trying to soften me up a little bit. They're like, hey, how long you been training? This and that. Like, oh man, we've been doing this and whatever. And as I'm hearing them, I'm listening to them, I'm thinking to myself, man, these guys, they have no idea what's coming. They have no idea that I've been thinking about this day for several months, that has been in my head, that once I get on this mat, I'm going to bring hell to them. Like they're in pain. They're like they want to compete. Listen, I put pain in. I've broken toes, a torn calf, right? This is all the identity I'm playing with myself. But like, man, these guys don't want it. They haven't gone through what I've gone through. They haven't been through hell like I have been. And when I was training during my training sessions, I would think to myself, man, I hope this guy is suffering. I hope however many people I'm going to fight, I hope they're suffering. I hope they're going through it. I hope they're ready, because I am ready to go. So that's the stage. I want to set that up for you so we can watch his first fight. So his first fight's with this guy that I was talking to, and he's trying to buddy me up a little bit, trying to you kind of be like, man, this is just gonna be a fun time. Like, man, it ain't no fun. You get in the mat with me. We have our gear on. Like, get ready for pain. I'm coming to hurt you, right? Because of my training partners, we train hard, right? We give each other some good work, but I'm not trying to hurt them. I'm not trying, and I definitely don't want them to hurt me. But I'm not going at them in a space of like, I'm gonna pound you. Take it easy, be gentle. I want to get better, learn moves, this and that. Saturday, all bets were off. I'm like, I'm coming to to bring it. So let me get this video set up for you. All right, so we got this up, right. It's a minute and a half or so. Apologies for the, well, hopefully the video is not too pixelated. This is taken from Sarah's cell phone. So she's gonna be the one holding the phone, obviously, and you're gonna hear her commentary, and my son at the ring kind of over. Our daughter was competing, so she wasn't able to really watch my match, but I watched a video with her afterwards. And this is an edge for me because I've never really watched my fights before. I have watched this already previously, so I'm going to give you that context. I guess I did kind of cheat over the weekend and watch this, and the reason why I never watched my other ones is because I lost, and I was disappointed. I was ashamed. I was embarrassed that I could have done better, and I didn't. I was supposed to win. I didn't. Right? I carry that judgment of myself with that. But with this, I wanted to share with you. So obviously, that's me with the red Hogu. That's what that chest protector is. The guy in blue. This guy I'm facing. And this is the first time between these matches I faced people who are actually bigger than me. Usually I'm like the biggest guy in the dojang. So this was definitely one of those intimidating things in my head at first of like, oh man, like this guy's pretty big. I wonder how skilled he is. But I also had in my mind and in my heart that just hearing how he was talking, I mean, I'm gonna bring it to him. And two, right before that, I really just focus on like a couple of deep breaths for myself. Like, all right, remember to breathe, see what's happening, right? Keep your distance, and stick with the plan of the first 2 seconds. I'm gonna kind of feel him out, and then depending on like if he's got something for me, then I'll adjust and I'll bring it to him. So you're gonna see me do something at the start. I want to just prep. I know, like I said, I'm gonna start the video, but I want to preface this that I do these two things before every round where I tap my head. This is my left hand. I tap my head and I tap my chest. I tap my heart. And I got this idea originally from the Q Dogs, from Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles. So this is way back, right? I'm giving you a little bit of my age right now. Throwback to basketball where they would do this, and I love that. But I think it's like a fraternity thing, so I didn't want to steal that. So I would do that. And this rapper Currency, he had this lines like, it takes heart, it takes smarts to be a boss. Well, I have to flip it because I was like, I want to use my intelligence first. I want to like remember, right? use your smarts, use your intelligence, use patience, right? To see what's happening, see first, right? Use your smarts. And if I have to dig in, if I have to use my heart, if I have to go into that reserve tank and really bring everything out of me, then I know I can do that too. But I want to use the smarts first. I want to use intelligent pressure first. I want to use my my mind first. And if I have to dig into that other place inside of me, if I have to go tap into like that dark room, that monster inside of me to help charge me for this last push, then I know I have that too. I found that out in sparring, right? I didn't want to wait till the fight to discover, can I rely on myself? Can I do I believe in myself? Do I have I done everything possible? Like, no, I tell the kids there at the dojo, I tell my kids, train hard so the fight is easy. Go through hell now so that when you fight, it's like heaven. Train hard, fight is easy. Strong core, strong kicks. And I tell myself this when I'm doing sit-ups and I don't want to, and it sucks. I'm like, I can't. And I was thinking, I didn't have his face, right? So I had this invisible person in my mind. I'm like, man, what if they're doing more sit-ups than me? Right? Is that fear energy, scarcity energy, to be honest. And then I convert that into the abundance, like, man, if I can do these next three sit-ups, I bet he isn't. I bet he's suffering right now, but he's not suffering like me. I bet he's in pain, but I know how to fight through pain. So I know how to be smart and use my heart. Let's tap in. Let's watch. All right. Headgear on. Got my mouth gear. Got my cup on. Breathing. Here comes, yeah, give a shout out to my son. Here comes the double taps. Right? Boom, boom. Told you. Yeah, I'm ready. And my stance is kind of like a boxing stance right now. Right? My hands flapping around. Look at the champ. Oh, boom, get your butt on the ground. I don't think I got a point for that though. So he throws a kick. Boom. See, my technique was all off, but I threw some punches. He's trying to get at me. See, he's kind of hesitating. Boom. Boom. I try my side kick. Listen to Sarah after he tries this. See, she laughs. She's silly. All right. So my technique is all like my arms are going crazy. Like I don't know what's happening. I lost. So my coach was telling me work on my cut kick. Cut kick is a side kick. And my technique is all off. We had a quick break there, so she slices the photo, the video. Boom! Oh, I try it, miss it. I side kick him, throw a kick again. Boom! He turns his back. Gum. Got him with a round kick. So I'm just baiting him, just baiting him. Boom. He doesn't throw anything in consequence. I made a good shot right there. I think I scored. So that's end of round one. So let's back it up real quick. Look at this. Look at this. So that first few seconds, right? We're getting at it. Boom. I push him back with that kick. Boom, push him back. And I punch him. I could have probably thrown another kick and like maybe scored a point right there. But I think right at that point, right when he went down, I knew that I had him because he went down so easily. I didn't really steamroll him. Like a lot of guys in my dojo and our school partner Taekwondo, they'll be like, "Man, you're like a train when when you get the momentum going. Like it's really hard to push you back because my mind is like I want to control the middle. I want to control the action, what's going on, and to give you some more context, these mats, these are all red and are typically what you will see is like a mix of blue and red. So like most of the mats will in this context, since this is all red, there should be some blue splashes, like a couple of mats in blue, and then like the outside perimeter should have been in blue because that's where it's out of bounds and that's where you can get points deducted. You can put if you push somebody out of bounds, you can get like 1 point. And to give you some more context for how Taekwondo is scored, a punch to the chest, they can't punch in the face. Punch to the chest is 1 point. A kick on the body, the 2 points. Headshots are 3 points. So just keep it like that, 1, 2, 3. So I don't think I really scored on this, but with these mats, I was also concerned because they were very new. They were very slick. So I didn't want to slip. I didn't want to fall down. So that had me fight a little bit more cautiously than I typically would have. I probably would have really gone at this guy, but I was concerned about falling and slipping and giving him an easy point, and I was not interested in doing that. So let's get back to the round. So he gets up, he throws a kick, I get out the way, I'm pushing forward. There we go. Boom. And I push him back in the corner. I shouldn't have backed up right there, but I wanted to set up a trap for him. And then, boom, I kick him in the back. Nothing. Boom, I try my side kick. And here's his weak side kick. The side round spin kick. Sorry. Boom. I'm going at him. My face is too forward. Thank God he didn't throw a headshot because I'm just dipping into it. That's something my partners keep working with me on over and over. So we have a break in the action. I don't know what happened. All right, I'm ready. Boom. Try it. Good stop by him. I try my side kick. I'm not really getting the side, right? I'm kind of like kicking upward instead of to the side. So thinking about like my bottom left foot should have been different. Real good. I'm on the chest right there. See, right there. I got him a good one. I was right to the stomach right there. All right, so it's end of round one right now. And I'm feeling good, pretty good. I'm not tired. I'm not worn out. And you see on the screen 0-0. There was some challenges with the scoring, at least from the previous fights that we were watching, where at some point the judges in the corner had to actually physically write, you know, you know do a handwritten tally because it's supposed to be an electronic system. So I was kind of in my head like, man, like did I score? Did I win? I don't know what's going on. It was a little bit unsure right there. So it was 1 minute rounds and then 30 seconds of rest. And this is another part of preparation. I had been preparing for that because I thought initially that it would be 1 minute round, 1 minute rest. But I thought to myself, if that's the case, and I'm not sure, like I said, I never competed in this sport like this before. I thought, all right, let me train when I'm working at home, when I'm doing my own workouts, that I train from 1 minute and rest for 30 seconds, 1 minute, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 30 seconds. And so I got used to that cadence. So that helped me out a lot with the breathing, with pacing, with making sure that I was always ready to fight. So we're going to get into the second round right now of fight number two. Whoops, started right. Jumped right into it. So let's get that shared. Let me share the screen real quick and we're gonna rock and roll. All right. So this second round, I don't think there's any points on the board. Obviously, I'm still in red. This guy is in blue, and let's boogie. All right, hillside. Okay. Okay. So 0-0 at the start. Good. Got a side kick. Yeah. Boom, boom. I block that, get out the way, do another kick. Boom. So he's doing a little better. He's standing his ground, but I'm pushing him back right now. He's trying, not really land anything. I circle him at him. Good. They stop us again. I don't know why I put stop on us. All right. So they gave him a point. Oh, actually, no, it's 2-2. Boom. Boom. And a big one. Nice. I tried to land a punch and miss. But yeah, I knocked him back. Then he turns his back. Boom. See, right there, right there, right there. Look. You don't turn your back. I love that, especially when my partner's done that at some points where they turn their back, or if I see somebody breathing hard, or if I notice that somebody's kind of getting winded. I'm like a heat-seeking missile. If I see that you're um if I see a weakness, I'm going for you. I'm coming for the kill. You know what I mean? So let's rewind it back a few seconds. So We have this break. He sets us back up in the socks. So I'm ready. Throwing some kicks, do a side kick. I try to push him back, try to get my hands on him to push him back. I kind of throw a backhand thing. Here, I knock him back. I knock him back. Boom, turns back. Boom, right there in the chest. Then I push him back and boom, right there. And almost knocking Cesaro. So there we go. Four points, two points each. That's all I needed. I don't know how much time is left right now, but I'm keeping him back. I'm staying aggressive. Boom. I'm trying to punch. I'm pushing him back. Boom. Oh, that was the round over. I was I was about to lay it on him right there. So look at this. Look at this. This is one of my favorite moves where we clinch. I push back to get that separation. So while your arms are kind of still up, I'm going right for a roundhouse kick right into your stomach. So look at this real quick. Look at this. Here we go. Here we go. I'm pushing back. I'm coming with my move. And I was about to lay it on him. My coach is clapping for me right then and there. We clap, we hug, and that's the end of that round. And that's an incredible moment for me. Afterwards, realizing like I won, I'm like, oh my goodness, I won this match. I got one more to go. I'm excited, and the excitement lasts for a few seconds because I'm happy, I'm excited, and then I realize, I got to fight again. So get my composure, get back into fight mode, rest, relax as best I can, drink some water, do all these different things. So we're gonna tap into fight number 2 right now. This is where things got interesting. So we'll be right back. All right, so here we are. So now I am in the blue. So at the switch Hogus, this is my lead coach right over here in this corner, Master TJ, and this juggernaut right here. I didn't find out later. I mean, I knew he was a bigger guy, but it turns out that he's 350 pounds, so well over 100 pounds bigger than I am. Like I said, in many in my school, I'm typically the biggest guy there. I mean, there's some other big guys there too, but like I'm like the biggest, the strongest guy there. So this was definitely a challenge. I was definitely intimidated, but right before the match, I just kept reciting this lyric in my head. I had this one song that I really connected to. So this guy Boldy James, he's a rapper. Song Double Hockey Six. Some bad words in there. So if you want to listen on your own earmuffs with the kids around. But he had this one line that I really connected to, and it goes, "Blank want the smoke. I put the pain in." And I don't know why that line connects with me so much. I think it has just something to do with knowing that these guys think it's playtime, and I put pain in for this. I really I dedicated myself to this. I dedicated my mind. I dedicated my body. I sacrificed a lot for this. And like the backstory I told you, right? All these years of carrying this shame and embarrassment from these losses, and not even just about the losses. The losses, whatever, were the byproduct, but it's just not performing to my capability, not rising to the level that I knew that I could be and should be at, right? Those are the victim words. But that's what the truth was. I could have done better. I should have been better. I am better than what I showed. And I didn't perform, and I got a result that matched the preparation that I did not do to get those results, right? What I wanted, hey, I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna knock this guy out. I'm gonna be powerful and strong. What's your training like? Not so much. Can you see how that disconnect of reality created something that was something I didn't want? Where's that happen in your life? All right. Fight 2. This is the full fight. So we're gonna go by piece, and let's tap in against me versus this is really David and Goliath right now. This guy's huge. All right. Pause. All right. So here we are. Head, smart heart. Let's go. So I know right away that I can't bully this guy because pushing at him is not going to be useful for me. And see, my technique was so terrible. Like I'm kicking forward. So let me just pause real quick. All right. So think of this as the bottom of my foot, right? So as we're walking, do, 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 do. I was really trying to work on my what they call a cut kick or my side kick. So thinking of this as like my toes and my heel, a cut kick is supposed to be like this sideways. So it's like I mush you, I push you away, I cut at you. My feet were doing this like total lack of technique on my end. I know this is me being critical of me, but I just want to share that because it'll make sense when I talk a little bit about the injuries afterwards. Anyway, let's go. So yeah, I try. I don't know why he stopped this. Like I have momentum going. All right. So I'm trying to I'm pushing him back a little bit, but I'm also keeping my distance because the more if he gets going, he's gonna hurt me. Boom. I try. Boom. So I stop it. And I don't know why he stopped the fight right there. I don't think he's stopping the fight. Stop stopping. Anyway, we are. Look at me. Look at me. But I'm pushing it back. I'm controlling the action. I try to push it back. Dude did not budge. And now I'm in trouble. I'm in the corner. I don't want to be there. So I got to move. I got to make my movements. I'm moving back from side to side. All right. I get out. I escape. And I'm back into the middle. I control now. I'm back in where I want to be. So I got boom, land the punch, try to throw a kick. So there we go. That's at one point. I got him over nice, clear one. Boom. I try again. I try my move, punch in, kick. There you go. You hear AJ screaming. I try to like load up with a couple other kicks. I thought I see. Look at that. Wait. Look at this last one. That should have been a point. Look at this. Look at this. No, missed that. It's gonna be that left foot. Boom! Right there. Right there, and then give me that. Look at this. Missed that. Boom. Come on, man. Give me that point. See him. Okay. But I should have got that point. That's my point. Give me my points. Anyway, so round one's over. I'm pretty tight at the point because it was more the mental pressure. I'm like, man, this guy is huge. But all I could think about was like, I gotta control the middle. I gotta control the center of the square. If I can control that, if I can get him moving backwards as much as possible, then he has to think, and all I have to do is pick my shots, pick where I want to attack. Meanwhile, he has to think about, oh no, he's attacking me. Where am I? What's going on? And right, it's really hard to get momentum kicking backwards unless you I have pretty decent long legs, so it's a little easier for me to kind of go backwards, but I prefer not to. I like momentum. I like downward, forward, boom, momentum, and pushing back, mental pressure, and break them. So back to round two. All right. So round two, this is it. This is the championship round right here. So I am up 1-0. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second, why this is important. 1-0. Actually, I'll tell you right now. So I didn't earlier in the year, Juliana was competing in the state tournament and she had fought this girl. She beat her and she was crying. She was bawling her eyes out. And I thought maybe because she was hurt, the girl kicked her low a couple of times. So I'm thinking, or maybe her thigh is hurting, maybe her privates are hurting because this girl was a lot bigger. This is kind of the same similar situation where she was fighting a girl much bigger than her, and she's usually one of the stronger young ladies in our dojo, right? In her age range, nobody's really as strong as her, nobody's really as skilled as her. But she fought this girl and she had a really rough fight. And in that, I talked about on the podcast where she had to dig in, she got angry, she was screaming, all these different things, right? And so afterwards, she's crying And I'm like, oh, I'm comforted. I'm like, hey, baby, what's going on? You did great, blah, blah. And she tells me, I thought I lost. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't realize I was blue. I wanted to, and we both started laughing. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, that's why you're crying because you thought you lost. Like, I wanted to just like smack her upside the head. Like, are you kidding me right now? So I share that with you because, like, father, like daughter, I'm having a moment in my head, like, oh man, I'm down 1-0. I got to do something really extra. I got to do something spectacular to get this points back to bring it to a third round. That's my mentality going into the second round. So you're going to see how I fought now. All right. Smarts hearts. Let's go. All right. What's up, champ? Ooh, see, he should have got a point right there. He landed a good one. Oh, that was the one. That was the one. That was the one. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Got him with that spin. I did a little happy hop too. So I'm coming in. Boom. What? Did they give me the points for that? Oh, I think I had to do it again. So I'm keeping. I'm backing up. I don't like this. I really don't like backing up on him. Boom. Boom. I'm sending the trap again. I'm sending the trap. I'm waiting for him to come in. I'm waiting for him to come in. Because I know I landed it once. I can do it again. And actually, he landed some decent punches on me. I'm surprised they didn't give him points for that because he hit me in the chest a couple of times. I was like, oh man, he got me. Like, dang it. He's gonna win this fight. This is what I'm thinking, right? So that was a good point. Boom. look it's like look at these bumper cars. Look at these guys colliding to each other. Look at this. Big old hefty boys. Boom! I know I rewind a little too far. Right, here we go. Collide, boom! And I'm like, oh, he's not moving. Usually when I do that with people, they go backwards. I went backwards. Here we go. I'm setting the traps. I'm setting traps. I'm trying to keep them off me. I know I got to keep them off me. And I think I looked at the clock. That's when I looked at the clock and I recognized, all right, I really got to go. It's go time right now. And like I said, in my mind, I'm thinking I'm down. I see there's about 30, 40 seconds left in the round. And I'm like, I got to get this guy. I'm not walking out of here losing. I'm not going to let somebody inferior beat me again. That's where the decision happened. Like, it's not happening again. This dude is done. I'm going for him. You're finished. Let's go. I'm pushing back. Try to kick. Oh, I missed that one, but I think I got him one more time. Where's the point? Where's the winner? All right, push me back. Boom, boom. I'm trying to really go at him. I'm out of breath right now. I'm tired too. He's tired. Boom, boom. I'm exhausted. Boom! That's the one. See that? Look at that 3. That's the one. Boom, boom. I'm throwing combinations. Bah, son. That's it. That's all I needed. And I don't even celebrate there because I don't really recognize the winner. Look at that, man. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. So I'm not gonna say anything. We're gonna watch this round again. And I want you to see what you see for yourself when you're up against an obstacle, when you're up against a mountain of circumstance, of challenge, of hardship, of difficulty, all these different things. And this is what the fight's all about. It's all about overcoming. Can you overcome? Can you believe in yourself and have enough certainty that you'll find a way? Because that's really what it is. This is my opportunity to find a way, and I found a way. Look at this. Here we go. Ooh, look at these fast. Those fast legs. See if I turn that. I don't know. See, I'm so straight at him. Oh, I just needed to turn my body a little bit more. I could have given him more range. There we go. Swipe. Ooh. Yeah. And I hear my coach. He's like, right there, right there. And I missed that one, but I came back. Trying to push him. You can't push him back. And that's his son on his lap, and I think his coach. I don't think I said hi. I shook her hand afterwards. Yeah, AJ. Punch, good punch. Good kick. Yeah, he blocked a couple of those. Good job. Oh, I should have got that one. Give me that point back. Round two. Round two. Round two. Round two. Oh, good point. Good kick. I should have got that. Oh, I should see. I landed that one. They got it. Man, that was like 5-0 that round. Come on. 4-0. Ooh, good kick. No, AJ's funny. Come on, breathe, breathe, breathe. Focus. Focus. Man. Focus. Good. Oh, he tried. A little up, a little higher. You recognize that. A little higher. See, he doesn't have much moves. See, look at his footwork. Off. He's just big. And I didn't even try to like, I should have tried a headshot. Oh, I could have got him right there. I could have gone with the headshot, possibly. Boom! Round over. Champ. She didn't film the medal ceremony where they award like 3, 2, 1, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I'm proud of myself, not just for the win, right? It's everything that the win happened way before the match happened. I won months before the round happened. Those matches happened because I wanted to win so bad. Like, I just wanted to win so badly. I wanted to make this right. And I said it over and over to people, to myself, that I only have to be great for a few minutes of my life and I'll be a winner. I only have to be great just for a few minutes, just a few minutes of just deciding that no matter what, I was going to walk away a winner. And afterwards, I find out that one of my, we have like pads on our shins, right? That it was to the side. So my shin is killing me. It's throbbing. And I realized like, oh, my thing is to the side. So my bone is like, I'm hitting people with my bone, which is dangerous because I could snap it. And that's a pretty significant injury, but nothing's hurt, nothing's broken there. What I found really interesting was back to my right foot with the injuries. The bottom of my heel was killing me. I think probably because I threw a kick the wrong way and whatever. So I'm hobbling around. The adrenaline's pumping, but I'm recognizing like afterwards, like, oh, this is hurting. This is not feeling good. I'm in some pain right now. Right in my left foot, it's got a little ding, but it's I'm used to that by now with kind of feeling that sharp pain and soreness. And through this course of this weekend, I've been hobbling around. Today, this morning as I'm recording this, it's the first day I actually went to run, and I had the idea again of like, what if I train tonight? Because today's Tuesday. Today's our sparring night. What if I train tonight? I was giving myself a pass the whole week. I'm like, man, you work so hard, dude. You got to celebrate. You fulfilled the promise. You've righted the wrongs, even though technically I'm still down one because I got 2 wins and 3 losses in competition. But I won. And who knows if I'll ever compete again? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll be able to hold my head high and walk out like Floyd Mayweather, like 2 have tried and 2 have failed, right? I'm undefeated. the GOAT. But I won. I righted the wrongs. And the great part about this is that my son got to watch me win. Sarah got to see me win finally. Jules, watching the video afterwards, they got to see me win. And that's what means more to me. I want them to see me win. I want them to see me overcome something that I didn't think I could. So that when they're in those moments, when they're in those spots, like, I don't know if I can do it, Dad. I don't know if, like, listen, you can do it. I can, you can. The things that are inside of me, the raging inferno, the psychopathic magic, the crazy like competitor inside of me, that is in them too. And I've gotten to see flashes of that from both of them. And when it's a focused effort, anything's possible. So I hope you got something from this. I hope you got something for yourself that you can apply in your life, in your business, your career, your family life, whatever. And the one thing that I think about time to time is this lady right here. That's my mom. She's passed away in 2015. I'm like, man, did she ever get to see me really win? I mean, she saw me on the football field win with my team, but like see me win individually, right? It's a whole different thing when you have teammates and stuff like that, people to kind of pick you up. The the mat or the ring, that is the real chamber of truth. That is where it's you and another person. And it's really you against you. And what's gonna get reflected and brought to light is everything you did do to get to this moment and everything you didn't do. All the times you said you were going to train, all the times you said you're going to run, all the times you said you're going to eat well, all the times you said you're going to rest well, all the times you said you're going to do this, all the times. Speaking is one thing, doing, being that is a whole nother thing. And it's the proof's in the pudding. You saw me win. How did I win? Not from the kicks that those days. It was the kicks that I drilled over and over. It was the movement that I worked on over and over. It was the push-ups that I did over and over. It was the sit-ups I did over and over. It was the jumping jacks. It was the stretching. It was all of it. All of that through maybe thousands of kicks to throw a few dozen in 2 to 4 minutes. But all it took was just a couple of them to land. That's it. So we'll wrap it up with this. So do everything. I want you to remember that you're born to live your life in abundance. You're the master of your future. You control your freedom, and you have complete dominance of your thoughts, your emotions, and your habits. Take care. God bless. Stay blessed. Let's go, champ!